Hi, and welcome to the Drake Business Accelerator. My name is Bill Adamowski, and I will be your host for this video series. So to start, I would like to congratulate you on enrolling in this program. You are joining an absolutely elite group of alumni who have gone through this program and are doing amazing things in our community and the world. In fact, these are entrepreneurs that change the world, and these are the people that you are going to be joining by enrolling in this program. So first of all, congratulations. Now I want to start by telling you that this is not your ordinary entrepreneurship program. Okay, our program is all about one thing and one thing only: you building your business. Our goal is to make you successful in your business, as well as give you the skills and abilities to actually create multiple businesses or multiple products or multiple services and really launch them into the marketplace. So if you are here to just sit back and listen and take notes and maybe learn a couple things, you're not in the right place. If you are here to just get a certificate, you are not in the right place. But if you are here to build your business, attain greater success, shoot for the moon, build with, and really, really get after it, you are absolutely in the right place, and we welcome you here. Okay? Now, our program, we've taught this course over a number of years now in different programs, accelerators, and classes. Hundreds of new companies have been created out of this. Over $40 million have been raised so far in venture capital, angel financing, SBA loans, grants, some of those kind of things. Okay, several people have actually built their business and exited and done very well. Okay, many jobs have been created through these different companies that have gone through the program. Many of them also used it as a stepping stone to other programs and accelerators. So the whole idea here is these aren't bragging points. I'm not trying to brag about the program. What I'm really trying to tell you is we know. The main point is we know it works. But the one thing I will tell you is that you get out of the program what you put into the program. Okay? Sounds pretty obvious, but it's true. Since we are working on your business and you're working on your business, the more that you take in, the more work that you do to help build your business, the more successful you will be. So what you get out of the program is what you put into the program. So one thing that I really want you to take away from this program is this idea of the entrepreneurial mindset. Okay? And so I don't know if you've ever heard, but entrepreneurs are the happiest people in the world. Have you ever heard of that? So they are, and the reason is this, is that entrepreneurs like myself, what we do is we look at problems and issues and we turn them into opportunities. We don't get caught in that spiral and pull us down. We look and say, hey, you know what? Is there a way we can solve it? Is there a way that we can create a solution for it? And perhaps maybe the solution is good enough that we can even make money from it, start a business on it, or maybe start a nonprofit business. But can you see how that'll affect you mentally if you look at all problems and issues as potential opportunities? So throughout that program, we're going to be talking about the entrepreneurial mindset. And I want you to continue to develop your own entrepreneurial mindset. So one reason the program is so powerful and different from other programs is we actually look at what are the top 10 startup mistakes and how do we address. It's kind of interesting. What's the number one mistake? Building something nobody wants. That's kind of interesting. But you know that almost all entrepreneurship programs, none of them answer that question? Here you will. We are going to make sure that you're not going to build something that nobody wants. Okay? And there's been other studies done. And this study came out and said the number one reason startups fail is that they have no market need for that product. Well, guess what? In our program, we're going to address that. We're going to sit there and say, is there a market opportunity? Is there a market need for what you are talking about? Okay? That's one of the reasons our program is so powerful and different than others. Okay? So one thing I will tell you is that in these videos, they're not going to be perfect videos. They're not going to have perfect graphics on here. I'm going to make mistakes while I talk, because what I'm going to do is talk to you as if you are one of my companies that I'm mentoring, right? Maybe I'm a board member on yours, that I'm mentoring you. I'm part of the teaching team. That's how I am going to speak to you, okay? The other thing we're going to do is we're going to have fun in here, because what I believe is that when we're having fun, that's when our brain is activated the most, and it probably drives the most success. So we're going to be serious about what we do, absolutely, but we're also going to have fun while doing it and really start developing a relationship with each other, okay? So the two main goals we have for this program. One is you are going to develop a superpower. How does that sound? How many programs have you been in where you get to walk away at the end of the program with a superpower? Now, I say that to be fun, right? To be funny and to bring it up. But truly, I believe it is that powerful. because less than 1% have this superpower that we're going to talk about that you are going to walk away with at the end of this program. Okay? The second goal is that each of you are going to build $1 million plan. Okay? So I know that sounds, well, it's like, wow, that sounds pretty big. Yes, it is big, but you're all going to build $1 million plan. And then what we're going to do is make sure we start somewhere. We're going to be much more focused when we start, but we want to know where we're going. And we kind of want to know what it looks like in order to build a large. So those are the two main goals that we're going to have. And let me explain the superpower here in terms of what that means. Okay? So everyone has ideas. You guys enrolling in this program, I know that each of you have more than just one idea. In fact, several of the people that I've spoke with have, oh, I'm trying to decide between these 4 different ideas. Serial entrepreneurs are going to have multiple ideas. Everyone on the planet has ideas. Probably, maybe 99.999% of the people have ideas, okay? Many of these ideas are actually pretty decent and have a lot of potential. But do you notice one thing? Very, very few are ever acted upon. And the reason for that is 99% of the people don't know what to do. They don't know how to take the next step, so basically the idea goes away, right? They basically hope that something happens to them. They wish that they could make this happen, right? But the superpower that you're going to get from this program is you're going to join that less than 1% that knows how to take an idea, evaluate the idea. Does it have market potential? What's the market size look like? Who are the competitors? How would I price it? How do I go to market? And then that's going to help you either decide, yes, I want to go do this business, or no, it doesn't seem like this is a great business opportunity. That is the superpower. And you'll be able to use that over and over again, both for when you're starting a new company or new service, but you can actually also use it for corporations. If you actually work inside of a company and the company is struggling with an issue, having the ability to look at it, come up with an idea, come up with a solution, and be able to quantify whether that's a great idea or not for the market is, once again, a superpower. So that's what we mean by the superpower, and we'll cover that in the program, okay? Now, why is this important? Why are we doing this? Why are we trying to help people? I don't know if you know, but what you guys do is extremely important. Startups are extremely important. This is U.S. Census Bureau data here. This is a graph that shows that almost all net new jobs in the country are created by startups, small businesses, young companies, okay? Now, I get it. Large companies get the headline news, the stock market, some of those kind of pieces, right? You hear Wells Fargo might be hiring 500 people, and maybe a Macy's or something is laying off 500. So net, there's not job growth in there, okay? It's actually created by companies like yours and mine, right, that really drive the economy. That's why it's so important that you are successful. And then, so the second goal, we talked about creating a $1 million plan. So, in the spirit of fun, what would you be willing to do if I told you you could be worth $1 million? Would you be willing to make a bunch of calls, set up a bunch of emails, go do a bunch of emails? Would you be willing to stay up late at night to go work on this? Would you be willing to jump through a lot of hoops, right? Well, that's what we're going to do. We are actually going to, in this program, pull together a plan to build a business worth $1 million, okay? So one thing I will tell you that wealth creation is not the only reason to create a business. In fact, that's not the reason to create a business. You should be passionate about it. You should have some mission, purpose. That's why you start a business, right? But wealth creation is something that we shouldn't shy away from. There's got to be a place where it's safe, where we discuss those kind of things. How do we come up with models where we can actually get money for the value that we produce? And so we will be talking about that, both for-profit companies as well as nonprofit companies. How do we actually monetize our business? And in some cases, how do we build wealth both in our companies and our communities, and maybe even extreme wealth, okay? So we're not going to shy away from those discussions around wealth creation, but each of you will be pulling together a plan for $1 million. Now, you've probably heard, if you were to write down a goal, you're more likely to achieve it. I'm sure you've heard of that before, right? So first of all, if you think about a goal, you have a chance of potentially reaching that goal, but Harvard said if you write your goal down, you're 88% more likely to actually achieve that. It's like, wow, that's kind of interesting. But, so I have a little problem with that because, I've said, oh, I want to be a billionaire. I write down, I want to be a billionaire. I want to be a billionaire. Doesn't seem like I get there, right? But what I truly believe is if you develop a plan, not just write down your goal, but develop an actual plan to achieve your goal, you're much more likely, more than 88% likely to achieve that goal from what Harvard said. Because this goes way beyond just writing it down. It's truly coming up with a step-by-step way to get to where you want to go. So to me, this whole program about putting in this $1 million plan and understanding how to get there is going to increase your probability of success. So the two main things, once again, that we're going to accomplish in this program is, one, build that superpower. How do we assess a business idea and decide whether it's something worth pursuing? Okay, that'll be the first part of the program. The second part is taking all the stuff that we've learned in terms of whether this is going to be something that we want to pursue and put it into a pitch, to an investor pitch, to build out the $1 million plan. How do we actually get there? So those are the two main goals of the program. Now for us here are your guides for your journey, right? We've assembled a world-class teaching team. People that have experience, people that have done it before, people that have started multiple businesses, and really the people that are going to be working with you through this journey, also known as the teaching team, they're going to help you there. So that'll be the end for this one. Stay tuned for the next video. Thank you.